I think a lot of people make this mistake, and especially from what I've seen with my peers at university, and even this was the same thing in high school, and I do this myself as well, so I can't act like I'm any better, is that we study wrong. We study wrong. And what I mean by that is what most people do is they go to class, they pay attention, they take notes, and then that's all they do, and then they sign the exam is in like a week or maybe 2 days, and then they just cram for those 2 days or 3 days or 1 week. So they basically study right before the exam every single day, whatever it may be. They sometimes also don't even go to their other classes, which I've never understood. I think that's pointless and stupid. Like, I understand you're trying to make more time for yourself, but like it's actually ruining you, if anything. And they just put their sole attention to studying for that class. But that's stupid. What you should be doing is, let's say you're in university and you have 5 classes, and each class you have 2 times a week. So you have 10 classes to attend every week. Let's just say that. You have a lot of time in university. A lot of time. Even if you're in clubs or you have a job, like, you're still gonna be able to make it a lot of time if you manage your time wisely, right? Like, let's be honest, right? But whatever the situation may be, because obviously some people have it way worse than others, when you do have that free time or spare time, whatever you want to call it, and you're not working on an assignment or a quiz or, I don't know, reading, you should be reviewing your notes. So, for instance, let's say today's week and the next week you do chapter 5. You should at least once or twice in those 2 weeks go over that content and review it. Look over the meanings, the definitions, the practice problems. Like, if you have time, like, also do some practice problems. Don't wait to do that only for the assignments or right before the final. But essentially, like, review your material consistently and do practice problems every once in a while. And what happens is that you're doing this throughout the whole semester, and then the final exam comes and you actually know the content. Like, I know it's mind-boggling, but you will actually know the content so much better. And then what you don't have to do is you don't have to cram the day before or the 2 days before of just going over everything. And what happens usually is you're really just looking over. You're just kind of reviewing, even though you don't really know much of the meanings or what these different things actually mean. So you're just looking over stuff and basically gaslighting yourself into believing that you know what all this means. Or what you also could do, which I think is actually a great idea, is you go over a practice exam online, or if the teacher provides you one. That's actually really good because the practice exam tells you a lot, especially if it's similar to the actual exam. It shows you the type of questions, it shows you where your weaknesses and strengths are, and if you have the time, you can obviously strengthen your weaknesses. But that aside, instead of having to cram for, like, the night before or whatever it may be, just regularly go over the material. It's really that simple. I didn't say anything mind-boggling. I'll be honest, I sometimes don't do this myself. And sometimes what I do is, after I take the notes and I have the opportunity to work on, problems or, questions, I'm not doing that. I just want my free time, or I want to get on to the next thing. So I can understand why most people don't do this. But if you have the time, do it. And ideally, you should make this a habit of yours. What I know a lot of people do is, after class, they take their notes and they look over them. They read the notes and they might add some extra notes of, like, let's say there's something specific they don't know. They'll put extra notes on, like, the meaning, or they might decide to review that and maybe go on Google or do a practice problem related to that. And that helps a lot. And they do that after every lecture or after, you know, the week's over, whatever it may be. Like doing this, reviewing your content doesn't have to take hours. It can take literally 30 minutes. You just go over what you already put and see what makes sense and what doesn't. That's about it. Pretty short video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace, peace. Make sure to like the video. Bye bye.